All right, welcome everybody. We're going to call this meeting to order. The Design and Historic Review Commission, City of San Angelo, Thursday, September 16th. I make the time right now to be 10:03. I believe 5 makes a quorum for us, and we do have 5 present. We'll begin with a consent agenda, which is the consideration and approval of the minutes from August 19th. Everybody's had a chance to look those over in your email. Any questions or changes? And if not, let's make a motion to approve them as written.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Okay, those were Commissioners Mazur and Thomas. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll move on to the regular agenda, which has one item on it. It's DD 21-12-23. Oh, no, or 23 West Borguard Avenue. Request for downtown district approval for an exterior remodel, including installation of a new awning located at 23 West Borguard Avenue.
Okay, Zach Remodel, Planning and Development Services. I'll be brief. This was tabled from your last meeting. Y'all wanted to see a little more information, which the applicant has provided. Again, it's DD 21-12, 23 West Borguard. Request for an approval of an awning. It's in the Central Business District. Here is the upgraded, or the new site exhibit. Shows the lighting down there to the bottom right. And any technical questions, the applicant's here, he can answer those for you. It's going to be similar to the one at 19 West Borguard, 13 feet above the sidewalk, 4 foot, 3 inches in depth, steel frame, black matte paint, and again, same as West Borguard. This is a similar awning. Here's 23, the present street view. It is the black painted building you see there. Staff recommends approval, same as last time. All the findings are in your staff report. Colors and dimensions and materials meet the Design and Historic Review Commission's considerations, and staff does recommend approval. Be happy to answer any questions. And Mr. Mazur, for you.
The only question I have is, what were they going to put up underneath the deck for their fire retard, for the...
I'm not...
I think it says right there. Is there anyone...
Let's see if we can...
That was one of the issues with it, the lighting and the fire rating.
Yeah, the applicant's here to speak to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to...
Okay, if none of the commissioners have any more questions for staff, we'll bring the applicant up.
Okay.
And then come up and answer Mr. Mazur's questions. If you'll just state your name into the microphone for the record, please, sir.
Daniel Hare with Hare Services.
Yeah.
We're using a Groove hardy board.
Okay.
So it's that concrete fiber board.
Yeah,
It
okay.
should be fire retardant.
That'll work.
And there's some can lights, 6
Yeah.
of them stated there.
Yep. That was my only question. I'm good.
Anybody else, anything for the applicant? At this time, we will open up for public comment. If there's anybody from the public that wishes to come forward and make any kind of statement on this matter.
Let me ask a question.
Oh, sure.
Does it extend the same amount as some of these other canopies along there?
Yes, sir.
It lines up with other ones?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's something like 9 foot, 3 inches or something like that. And it's the same level as the one. So you have 2 buildings over, and then there's one that drops down a little bit. It's the same level as the one that's next to it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for participating and coming and answering our questions. Is there anything else anybody has? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve or deny.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
That would be Mazur and James. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you again. Congratulations. Next, we'll have a division report, if there is one.
There is. Mr.
Great.
Mazur, these come from comments you mentioned. 11 North Chadburn. We did look at that. We are going, they did paint. They did not get approval. That is being addressed. 25 Chadburn, or 2 South Chadburn. Paint and roof line. Yes, we are pursuing enforcement with that, or letting them know that they need the process.
Okay.
55 North Chadburn. Let's see. It appears the sign, the cloth canopy was removed. The sign had been there. It was pre-existing. 501 South Irving, the sea container. We need to get with the director. It is a sea container from my previous experience.
Yes.
However, here it's just a matter of semantics, so we need to figure that out. It's a truck trailer with the axles removed, essentially.
Okay, yeah, 'cause this
It
thing is
serves
not on a
it's-
trailer, yeah,
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
800 Avenue D, they have never applied for anything. We need to go, we are going to enforce that, pursue enforcement. 418 and 426 Avenue B, we are going to contact them as well. And as far as administrative approvals, we went back for 2020, all of 2020 and 2021, and we had 29 administrative approvals.
wow,
And those are typically signage under 50 square foot and things that are not visible from right away. So those are typically
Yes.
what's approved.
okay,
So we did have 29 administrative approvals. The other ones y'all obviously heard.
Uh-huh.
So for about a year and a half, there's been 29 administrative approvals and then the regular agenda items. And we are pursuing, just contacting these individuals and making them aware of what the processes they need to go through.
okay.
And
I've
I'd
got,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
just one more, just welcome the new Rafael Alvarado. He's our newest planner, if y'all haven't had a chance to meet him. So,
Okay.
welcome.
Great,
Happy to
yeah,
have him.
welcome, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So I've got a question, you know, when something like this, like 800 West Avenue D, so what are the repercussions when, you know, or whatever y'all do, talk to them or send them a letter and they do nothing, what happens?
So-
Anything? Is there any fine, or is there a slap on the wrist, or just blow it off, or what?
No, I know, so in Abilene, my previous city, I actually was the officer, so I could write tickets as far as zoning enforcement.
Yes.
My understanding of how it works here is we would initially reach out and contact them, which we are in the process of doing. Hopefully resolve it that way. If it's not resolved, we then pass it on to code enforcement, and they do have fines, and they will pursue.
Okay,
until
so
they-
that's regulated by code enforcement. We don't
Correct.
have anything to do with setting fines or any of that kind of stuff. They do
They
that?
have set fines in their fee
Okay.
schedule, yeah.
I was
but
just
they-
wondering who took care of that.
Yeah, so we will initiate the contact, try and
Okay.
get them in and try and get compliance and come before y'all to get approval.
Uh-huh,
If they don't do that, we then pass it over to code enforcement, they handle it from there, and there are fines associated with it.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a call from someone over there asking me about that. They'd caught wind of it, and quite frankly, they did not know they had to do that. I think that's maybe those that are along with the restrictions are maybe need to be notified constantly, maybe constantly. That management of those different deals also changes.
Mr. Thomas, I think you're correct. Education would, for the public, would go a long way. And so our first step with the enforcement aspect of it is to try and get them to come in and usually, from my experience, about 98% of the time they come in and comply. They just
Sure.
didn't know.
Yeah,
So we're not going to aggressively pursue it unless they don't take any action.
Yeah.
But we are pursuing them and educating them and hopefully bring them before the board.
yeah, I agree, because, you know, 90% of people, they don't, just because you want to paint something, they have no clue that
And
you have
honestly,
to
if I
do
wasn't in this
that.
profession, I wouldn't have any idea if I
Yeah,
needed
no,
approval to
and
paint my
I
house.
agree with that. It's,
So-
you know, it's just how do you get it out to the public, though? I mean,
And that's the
it's kinda
challenge.
hard.
That's the
Yeah.
challenge, but yeah.
yeah,
And I think it was only fairly recently that you did have to get any permission to paint, right? I think when I got on this board, you didn't have to have
It
a
was,
permit.
I
That's correct.
believe,
Yeah, we just
last
changed that like 2 years ago.
2019, I believe.
yeah, we didn't, we changed that rule,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
And
you're
so I
right.
think a lot of people just didn't know that rule's been changed.
Yeah.
So it's
I
a
agree.
matter of education.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that
You're welcome.
information.
You're welcome.
I must truly admit, I live down in the downtown area, and I am a little confused as to what parameters that I have and restrictions.
You know, and
Yeah, you gotta look that up. I'd owned my building for 2 years before I found out it was considered being downtown.
And
It's
we're
not in
currently
downtown.
working on our processes and, you know, informational handouts and stuff, making it simple, just an informational sheet here. Here's what you may or may not have to do. Here's frequently asked questions, et cetera, to hopefully, and push it out to the website, social media, et cetera. Hopefully encourage education of the public and let them know what they need to do.
you know, I'm not trying to be picky, there's actually, I just feel like I'm complaining all the time, but there's actually 2 other buildings downtown that just got painted that we never got before us. But like I said, are y'all good with me giving you that information? I
Absolutely.
mean, I don't know what
Absolutely.
else. I mean, like I said, I'm not just actively running around looking at stuff because
No, but I mean-
just do a lot of stuff downtown and I know.
And you follow the
I
rules.
just see a
and-
lot of stuff.
Right, and you know the rules and everybody else,
Yeah,
you're
so-
following them, so it kind of
so,
puts you at a
you
competitive
know.
disadvantage.
Okay, so like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm trying to be the.
Well, and think about Mr. Hare, who's had to come here twice to get our questions answered and do everything the way he's supposed to do. The guy next door to him just throws up whatever,
Yeah.
and nothing happens, then,
Right.
And I think the more people that we can get out there, that the word goes out there, wow, look, I got flagged because I didn't paint my building. Then it kind of goes out in the community, anybody that's doing downtown, they think, hey, you need to make sure that you get this painted.
Right.
If we get it out enough like that, that's the reason I'm,
And word of mouth would be helpful,
Sure.
downtown, everybody interacts
Yeah.
and the word spreads quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just
so
getting it
that's
out
why I
there.
think if we
Yeah, I
not
mean,
flag everything,
I
but
mean,
if we
it-
can catch every one that we see,
If we could catch, I mean, just,
then it helps, because then they know, it's just
Right.
like when you do a building, you gotta get a permit.
and
so.
then they'll talk to the other business
Sure.
owners and say, yeah, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
They're not, and our intent is not to throw the hammer down on them, it's just to educate.
Well, yeah,
and
that's
get
what
them-
I'm saying.
yeah.
I don't want to feel like everybody's thinking I'm running around.
No, but
picking on
I think
everybody,
that's,
but I'm not.
it's a
I'm
good
just-
point. It's a trickling effect.
Yeah,
You get-
it's just, it's just the rule. you
Right,
know, and so,
right.
okay, that's, just wanted to put that out.
Yes, sir.
Applaud your efforts. I don't think it's.
Yeah, but certainly you can reach out to me anytime you like,
Okay.
and we'll address any concern you have.
Okay, good, thank you.
You're welcome. And that's all I had.
all right, great. For announcements, the next regular meeting of the DHRC is scheduled to begin Thursday, October 21st, 21 at 10 a.m. right here in Mezzanine Meeting Room, City Hall, 72 West College. And with that, we'll have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second, and that'll do it.